Iron Man is a narcissistic jerk who takes advantage of everybody and walks on everybody. We have been programmed by the government, by the media. You weren't born with any ideas. All of the beliefs you have, you got them from somewhere. So you might want to check the source.
Myron Golden dropped some bombs on superhero movies, the government, and even some church people. And in this video, we're gonna break it all down. And at the end, I wanna hear your thoughts and see if you agree with this guy. Do you think it's true what he's saying? Let's get it.
You know what's really interesting? People will never behave consistently in a way that's inconsistent with their programming. And the cultural hypnotic societal mechanism, which includes the schools we went to, the churches we've gone to, our parents, our neighbors, our siblings, our friends, our coworkers, our bosses, our employees, the media, the government, all of it has programmed us with what I call a failure operating system.
I don't think it's a surprise to learn that in many ways we are products of our society. Poor people tend to come from a poor upbringing. Wealthy people tend to come up from a wealthy upbringing. There are always exceptions, of course. But your life and where you are right now is massively affected by the environment you're in. So why don't people change after learning this?
You know why it's uncomfortable? Because grandmama gave it to me. It's uncomfortable because mama gave it to me, because daddy gave it to me, because my uncle Sam gave it to me, and my Aunt Susie gave it to me. And so I don't want to take it out. My favorite teacher gave it to me, and my pastor gave it to me, and the deacon gave it to me. And we have all of this programming that's not serving us and not giving us the ability to serve anybody else.
How true is this? When you believe a truth, isn't it much harder to reject that truth after you've already embraced it? You develop a sense of identity to that belief. And for you to ditch it, even if it's a false belief or a lie, you have trouble because it's part of your identity.
The cultural, hypnotic, societal mechanism has programmed you to be sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful. And guess what? As long as you are running this program, you're gonna be sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful. Either one of those things or all of those things. Why does the cultural hypnotic societal mechanism want us sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful? Because people who are sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful are easier to control.
Do any of those things match you? Sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful? If what he is saying is true, the reason why the media and Hollywood and Satan wants you to be sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful is for that big old word, control. Sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful individuals are easier to control. Think about it. What does the devil do? Make you sick, make you broke, make you misinformed, and make you fearful. To control you. Whereas Jesus gives healing, gives abundance, gives knowledge and wisdom, and gives you faith. We're about to hear Myron talk about superheroes, but real quick, if you're ready to transform your financial world with a system I've been using for over 6 years that's generating for me 6 figures annually in passive income, then click the link in the description and sign up for my free 5-day live training that'll be on Zoom, where I'm gonna share my system with you and answer your specific questions. Again, this is a free 5-day training that you can sign up for right now. The seats are limited, so reserve your spot today.
I'm not crazy about movies, but the movies that I hate the most, superhero movies. I can't stand them. They're so terrible. They have programmed so many people to be broke. Say, what do you mean? Anybody remember this guy named Superman, right? Superman, you remember who he was, right? He was an adopted poor little orphan from another planet. Who was his arch enemy? Lex Luthor, what was he? Multimillionaire. Do you understand that every time a story is being told, it's being told on 2 levels? There's the covert story, that's the part that talks to your head. It's only there to distract you. And the overt story, that's the part that talks to your heart. It's there to program you.
Woo, I've never heard that before. I've never heard anyone say that about superhero movies. Cause like the whole world loves superhero movies. But he's basically saying superhero movies are making people poor.
Batman was rich. He's the only superhero with no superpowers. Now, which one would you rather do? Have a cool car or just fly? Iron Man is a narcissistic jerk who takes advantage of everybody and walks on everybody. So if they make a superhero that's rich, they always give them an undesirable character trait.
Whew, is that true? Now that I think about it, there's this thing against rich business people in movies and shows. It is being ingrained in us that money is evil. Business is a waste of time. Even before I got bigger in business, I thought similarly. But more and more, I am coming to the truth that money is a powerful tool that can be used for the glory of God. Entrepreneurship is a powerful way to gain riches to be used for the King's purposes. Check this out. If you avoid your calling, if God is calling you to embark on a business venture and you avoid that calling, it's not just going to affect you, it's going to affect the people that you are supposed to help with the money that you make from that venture. So it's not just about us, it's about God using us to help others. But what more about Hollywood and TV?
Do you realize Hollywood started waging war on business in the 1970s? We didn't even see it. By the time the average American turns 18 years of age, they've seen 10,000 people murdered on television and movies by business people and entrepreneurs. They've seen more people murdered on television by entrepreneurs and business people, more than even career criminals. No wonder people don't want to go into business. All they want to do is save the planet. They've been programmed.
I thank God I don't have a TV. I think television can be one of the most damaging things you can put in your house. That's why Myron says, unless you're making $50,000 a month, you shouldn't even have a TV. But check it. If it's true that we are being programmed, then why submit yourself to that devilish programming? If the devil and the world system wants you sick, broke, misinformed, and fearful, then why are you taking the bait? Why are you surrendering to it? Watching all this garbage that pollutes your mind.
Our primary identifying factor of our lives should be the fact that we are redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. And if that's not first, you got the wrong thing in first place.
It's all about Jesus. People, it's not about business. It's not about Hollywood or some agenda. It's about Jesus. We gotta find our all in Jesus. Not in business, but in Jesus. Not in money, but in Jesus. And speaking of the Lord in the past few months, I felt the Lord lead me to begin training others in this 4-step framework, so they can start making passive income to focus more of their attention on ministry and their family. You can join my free 5-day training by clicking the link in the description. We're going to talk all about the 4-step framework that I use personally to make 6 figures annually. We're going to talk about God and kingdom business. We're going to share about testimonies about what is happening. So sign up below, reserve your spot, and I'll see you in the 5-day training.